Hello everyone, welcome back to Bridgemaster World Class Series. That time of day when I embarrass myself by usually failing at some problems. With any luck, we'll finish the A series today though. 34 through 36 would be nice to get done. Ooh, I think I might be getting lucky. This looks sort of simple, right? We have a spade that West is known to be guarding, and two threat suits. So it's some sort of squeeze. But what kind? If West has the fourth heart, he's pretty much invincible, I think. Well, sort of. What if he also has one of the club honors? Is a guard squeeze going to apply here? Where, like, okay, we win the ace, cash three hearts. Well, we draw trump, obviously, but we win the ace of spades and then cash 9 red winners. We discover that West has 4 hearts and the king of spades. And everyone's coming down to 3 cards. What 3 cards is West going to keep? A heart, a spade, and at most 1 club, right? In which case, if West has the queen or jack of clubs, as well as those other 2 cards, then I can play ace of clubs and finesse east for the other honor. What if, as we cash all these red cards, we find out that east has the hearts? Then it's even easier, right? We just have a guaranteed face-up double squeeze around clubs. Yeah, this looks easy. And for a change, I don't even think I'm missing something. Am I going to be in trouble with what I discard from dummy on the run of the diamonds? I don't think so. I have to pitch 3 times. I can pitch a club once. And I will already know whether I'm playing for the double squeeze or the guard squeeze, because I've cashed the hearts. So I'll know, if I'm playing for the double, I'll know to hang on to dummy's clubs. And if I'm playing for the guard squeeze, then I'll know I can get rid of a couple clubs. I don't know. I mean, I think this hand is just so obvious. Let's just win it. And just do, like, the natural thing of drawing trump and testing hearts. And then the only squeeze option that makes any sense should present itself, right? Okay, they both had 2 diamonds. Who cares? We cash hearts. West has 4 of them. So the double squeeze isn't working, and we never had the entries for the simple squeeze. But the guard squeeze should work, right? We cash one of these, pitching a club. One of these, pitching another club. And finally, on this last diamond, West really is in dire straits. He has to keep a spade and a heart, or else that sets up a trick for dummy, and I don't need the club finesse. So he has to come down to a single club. Now I throw away either of dummy's major suit threats, because they're not doing anything. Ace, and I know I can take a marked finesse. I know this finesse is going to win, because West's last 2 cards are the queen of spades and whatever the last heart is, the jack, I think. Yeah. Okay, simple guard squeeze, no problem. You might, if you're not familiar with guard squeezes though, you might look at this hand and say, well, the only thing that could possibly work is a double squeeze around clubs. But then when West turns up with 4 hearts, you're going to say, well, that definitely won't work. What do I do instead? And if you just, like, cash all your winners, you kind of can't go wrong, right? I don't know what this one's doing in the level 5s. It's kind of, a somewhat advanced kind of layout, but it's not hard to play if you have any idea about general squeeze principles. Okay, cool. Good to know. Next up. Nice to knock one of those out in under 5 minutes. Well, just about exactly 5 minutes, I guess. East has bid 4 hearts. That seems impactful. We're in 6 spades. That's a lot. I have 6 spade tricks, 2 clubs, and a diamond. That's 9. I only need to find 3 more. Of course, easy. We could, if clubs are 4-3, we could rough 1 club good, I think. By playing ace and a club rough low, crossing to hand with a trump, I guess. Or a heart? No. I'm not sure. But cross to hand somehow. Rough another club high, get back to hand again, and enjoy the last club. But we still... Oh, no, wait. That would be enough, wouldn't it? Rough 2 clubs and then win the 5th. Sure. That would be enough if clubs were 3-2. But suppose the clubs were not 3-2. Those 2 roughs would leave me still with 1 club loser and no obvious place to put it. I don't think there's a reason to play the king here. I think it's a useful threat card. And I don't mind if East plays the 6 and lets West stay on lead. So let's play low here. Heart's coming back. We're going to have to rough this high, obviously. I don't think it matters whether we rough with the ace or the jack, but it shouldn't be the 2. A little surprised to see West following. I thought East would have 7, but fair enough. I guess he doesn't have to. I mean, that's actually kind of interesting, right? If East only has 6 hearts, even if they are ace, queen, jack, 10, XX, ace, queen, jack, 10, 9, 8, you don't really want to bid 4 hearts with just that. You need some side suit cards. So maybe we could hope that East has the king, queen of diamonds, and maybe that could do something. Although I don't think it actually will. Well, what if, though... I almost think this is going to develop into a trump guard squeeze or something like that, where maybe we can actually make East discard a diamond honor, and then we can take a finesse against West in order for East to hang on to enough hearts. And if he doesn't do that, then we can rough a heart and get back to dummy with the ace of diamonds. I'm not sure about the details of how that would work, but that's the kind of thing it would be nice to be able to do. What would the end position there look like? If East had 2 hearts, and I guess it would be a 3-card end position we'd be coming down to, right? We would try anyway to do that. But no, because in a 3-card end position, East can keep 2 hearts and a diamond honor. So do we have to come down to a 2-card end position? How can we do that and still have enough stuff in dummy? Right? If we have to play from dummy before East plays, which is definitely true, then dummy can't come down to 2 hearts and 2 diamonds. Yeah, we need dummy to have 2 hearts and at least 2 diamonds if we're going to be guard squeezing East. So maybe it's not a guard squeeze. I don't totally understand the circumstances under which guard squeezes can apply. It seems like it's not going to work out here, though. Like if you think about the end position, there's just no way. So maybe it's more like just a trump squeeze. What would that end position look like? You would need dummy to have... Well, there's not enough entries for that. Right? Because you would need, like, to get to a position where dummy has 2 hearts and 3 diamonds or something like that. No, they're just... That doesn't make sense. A trump squeeze needs threats in both hands. They can't both be in dummy, can they? No. But we have a heart threat against East. And the clubs we're roughing, so maybe... Well, I guess we should assume that clubs are 5-1, 5-2. In which case we do have a club threat against somebody. So maybe that... Okay. Maybe that is like our last threat somehow? But we have to... Don't we have to rough it high a little early? Yeah. There's no, What if... If there were a trump squeeze, what if we could shorten the south hand in trumps by roughing hearts? And then play a trump squeeze in the minors, kind of? I don't think that's going to work, because East has a diamond on her, I'm pretty sure. But maybe it's short. Like, maybe East has King X of diamonds or something. Then Ace and Ruff would remove it, and West's Queen would be ripe for the taking. Well, wait, why Ruff Hearts? Because you need the Ace of Diamonds as an entry, that's why. So... Yeah, I mean, the red suit squeeze against East never works. And I think there's basically no way that East has 5 clubs. So maybe we actually want to be roughing hearts. But I don't think that works. Does it? Because in order to even get to a position where you have only one loser and therefore can play a trump squeeze, you need to have already roughed 2 clubs in the north hand. And if you do that, there's going to be way too many trumps in the south hand to even them out. Aren't there? Yeah. So you won't have the entries. So... Is it some triple squeeze where we actually do need East to have 5 clubs? That seems crazy. I think I could afford to lead one spade and see what's going on there, but I'm not sure. I'm not. I don't actually know about that. I want to take one club rough first. Yeah, see, east over rough. See, they're 6-1, so that's why you're not supposed to do that. Oh. I missed that we have 10 trumps. Maybe it actually is fine to rough with the queen here, because the 2 is still a re-entry. Hello? East? You okay? Oh, it got all messed up. Okay. So we played low here. We roughed high. Club. Rough high. Cross. Rough? No, see, that's wrong because indeed East could have 5. Okay, so interesting. East having 5 is something we should at least consider. I mean, if East does have 5 clubs, he's pretty toasted, right? West only has 1 spade left. Sorry. West has 2 spades, but the point is, I know only West has spades left, so I can afford to rough this low. Cross to hand. Rough a spade high. Cross back. Draw the last trump, but it's hopeless, right? At least the way I've played it is. Because East now has a club winner, a heart winner, and a diamond. If I cash the spade, pitching dummy's heart, he can pitch his heart. And if I pitch a diamond, he can pitch his diamond. This is a loser, right? I haven't, like, miscounted. Yeah, okay. So this is why I was saying I didn't think any, like, guard squeeze against East would work, because what are you supposed to pitch from dummy? If you could somehow play... No. If you could put East on lead here... No, that wouldn't help. How could we get to a position that's like this, but where leading a spade actually squeezes East? I don't think we can. Like, right? So what modifications could we make to this layout where East would be in trouble? I don't think there is one. But I think it is, like, you're supposed to somehow get to a position like this where East is squeezed, and I don't quite see how you do that. If you had more entries to dummy and still had a heart, you could maybe trump squeeze him somehow. I guess that's got to be the answer, but I'm not following it. Okay. West has all three spades. No big surprise there. King and ruff. And you can cross in spade. I mean, this is just exactly what I did before, right? Now we find out the clubs aren't breaking. If we could somehow find out earlier... Wait. Why did West under-ruff this? Does it just not matter? I think it doesn't. West doesn't have any cards that matter. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. What am I missing here, Fred? Well, okay, I guess I should do my kind of halfway thing where I look at a specific layout and say, how could I have made this? I think I'm going to struggle even with that, though. Heart, heart, ruffed with jack. I think you do have to cash one spade, because if you try to ruff a club too soon, you risk getting over-ruffed or ruffing too high. So you cash a spade. Then one club. And you can't afford a second. Well, maybe you can. Maybe it helps to find out how the clubs are splitting before you've ruffed too many of them. I don't think it will, but maybe. So we cash this. Ace, ruff. Back to hand. If we now play the king... No, it's just horrible. West just gets to ruff one of our winners for no reason. And we're short even more, right? Okay, I'm back to wanting the answer. Might as well ruff high. When West falls, it appears you should have pitched a club. That's true, I guess. I didn't even consider that line because it's Bridgemaster, but I guess in real life that could have been right. You can draw one trump. Ace of clubs, club ruff. Ruff a heart high. And now try to ruff a club. If West follows, you can ruff out the clubs. When he ruffs in front, you have to over-ruff. Okay. You draw trump. And now there's this guard squeeze. So I guess the difference is what exactly? The difference is we still have the king of clubs? But isn't this the same holding I had before? No, it isn't. Well, it is, right? Did I cash the king of clubs too early? Is that all that happened? No, it's saying dummies. It's saying I made a mistake by leading a spade back to hand. But why? Why can't I lead this? Rough high. Draw trump. Well, wait a minute. Now, suddenly I'm in this position where actually... Yeah, I think the issue is before I had cashed the king of clubs to find out, I don't know, just for no reason at all. But by keeping the king of clubs, I don't give East any more idle cards, right? I just give him one more busy club. But I give dummy an idle diamond, so I have something to pitch. And then I can play the guard squeeze. I see. Interesting. Yeah, keeping idle cards in dummy is pretty cool. That's something I should try to do more. Ugh, gross. Well, at least I got the first one easily. 6 clubs. West has led the king of spades. I mean, hang on. There wasn't any like cool signaling on this last trick, was there? A6 doesn't really tell, or King 6 doesn't really tell us anything. I believe I can afford to rough this low because I still have 4 potential dummy entries in clubs. No need to rough high. Not that it matters, but this is the most flexible. It reserves 4 possible entries to dummy and 2 possible entries to hand. So just do that and then figure it out. And I mean here, we have one loser, right? We can cash all the clubs and all the diamonds and the ace of hearts. We'll have one loser left, so should definitely be looking for a squeeze in such cases. If the diamonds break, of course we're home. If they don't, then there's like a red suit squeeze. But I imagine this is going to be another guard squeeze somehow, which just baffles me. Right? If the heart honors are divided, then the simple squeeze won't work. If like one of them has the king and the other has the queen, right? I don't think you can force one of them to discard an honor, right? You'll cash all of the clubs. You can rough a spade if you want instead of cashing a club, I think. Maybe there's a difference, but certainly one thing you could do is cash all the clubs and come down to a 5-card end position where we just have these 5 cards. Whoever has 4 diamonds will be forced to come down to 4 diamonds and 1 heart. Wait, is that important? I don't think so, because they can just keep the heart honor, right? Is that spade threat important somehow? Like, I don't think so. They're both presumably guarding it. Like, I don't think either one of them has all of the outstanding spades. That would be like 7 of them. And they had plenty of chances to say something if they'd wanted to. I guess it is worth noting they made sure to point out that West is a passed hand. So if he has ace king of spades, he can't have both heart honors, but he could have one or none. So I guess if we test heart or diamonds, we'll probably find that West has 4. And, oh, do you know what? Maybe that 4 of spades is important. Because... yeah, look at that. Oh, how funny. Is this like a double guard squeeze or something? Or just... I'm not sure what's happening. But I guess it must be. So, if we cash the clubs, or a couple clubs, and then test diamonds, if West has 4 diamonds, then watch what happens when we get to, let's say, a 3-card ending, where we've cashed 2 diamonds already. We have a diamond and 2 hearts in hand, and two diamonds. Well, okay, be careful when you call it a 3-card ending. Because actually it's a 4-card ending where we're leading a club. So I have 2 hearts, a diamond, and a club. I'm leading one. Dummy has 1 heart, because I pitched the jack, a spade, and ace-x of diamonds. West, in order to keep the 2 diamonds he needs, only has space for 1 other card, right? Either a spade or a heart. Because we have 4 cards and we're leading a club, so everyone's coming down to 3. If he unguards spades and only has 1 heart, then he's actually unguarded both of those suits, and I can squeeze his partner in the majors. Wow. We'll have to read the position. So I should pay careful attention to the discards. Or the spade. Okay, I guess there haven't been any discards yet. They just played spades. So king ace and... Alright, East is playing 6, 7. Sure, nothing too exciting. But I have to watch carefully to see whether I think West has kept a spade and a heart, or whether West has kept a spade or a heart. No. Yeah. Because if he keeps a spade and has no hearts, because he's pitched one, like the honor, then I can finesse East. But I will have to know whether the spade is a winner, right? That's going to be pretty important. So... okay, we started with 4 spades. They had 9. They've played 4. They have 5 left. The clubs are gone, but I'll cash 1 just for good measure. They've both pitched a heart. Let's cash 2 diamonds. Oh, how sweet of you, Fred. What a beautiful... thank you. I don't even have to guess the diamonds, because I can't afford to cash the queen. So I wouldn't know how the diamonds are lying. But he's made East discard here to clarify the diamond position. Thank you. That's very generous, Fred. Okay. West pitches his spare diamond. Fair enough. And there goes 1 spade. That's the first time they've pitched a spade. So they've played 5 of their 9 spades. They still have 4 left? 3. Okay, now... Dummy's diamond is never going to be good for anything. West, I've squeezed West out of his other cards. Because he has 2 diamonds. And either a spade or a heart. they're down to 2 spades, right? 1 spade, which I believe East probably has. And this diamond squeezes East in spades and hearts, and West's already been squeezed. He's only got 1 heart left. He pitches the spade. Got him? Got him. Very cool. So this has got to be a double guard squeeze, right? There can't be any other name for it. Need a 3-3 diamond break or some kind of squeeze. Yeah, sure. Draw trump and test diamonds by cashing 2. It's very nice to know that West has diamonds stopped before we have to cash the 3rd round. If West has both heart honors, squeeze them in diamonds and hearts. But he can't have both, which we said earlier. Yes. He would have opened. Yeah, if he was dealt 1 heart honor, there's a double guard squeeze. A diamond is terrible. A heart lets us finesse his partner, which is marked because we know he can't have both honors. So if he pitches 1, we know the other finesse is going to work. So he might as well discard a spade. And now East is the only one guarding spades. We pitch the diamond, which has become useless. The last diamond squeezes East. A victim is squeezed in 3 suits. Yes, I agree. 1 suit is stopped by both defenders, but by discarding, you expose your partner to a simple squeeze. Right. That's kind of true about double squeezes in general. Is that one of the suits is guarded by only 1 defender, and if they discard, then their partner is squeezed. And if they discard, well, hang on. It is really weird because normally in a double squeeze. Okay, let me back up. In a double squeeze, there's 1 threat suit that both defenders protect, and 2 threat suits, each defended by only 1 defender. And the squeeze card causes 1 defender to either give up the suit they're the only one protecting, in which case you just take a trick there, or to give up their half of the guard in the doubly guarded suit. And then their partner really is double squeeze because there are now 2 is simple squeeze. There are now 2 suits that only that player can guard, and they're simply squeezed. A double squeeze generally only works if you have an entry in the same hand as the doubly guarded threat. For example, the Ace of Hearts here, the 10 is a doubly guarded threat, and the Ace of Hearts is with it. It's sort of the same thing in spades, right? Normally, you can't, squeeze someone out of... spades and hearts are both doubly guarded. But spades aren't accompanied by a winner. If the North hand had a spade winner, you would be playing a compound squeeze, right? Where diamonds are the singly guarded threat, and both hearts and spades are doubly guarded, and you have entries attached to each threat so that whatever West discards on the second to last club, he turns one of the suits from being doubly guarded into guarded only by East, and then you have a double squeeze. So that requires an entry in North in spades for that to work. This hand It seems like maybe the double guard squeeze compensates for a deficiency in a compound squeeze, where in one suit, one of the doubly guarded threat suits, here spades, you don't have the entry that you need. But the fact that you have a finessing position in the other doubly guarded suit creates more trouble for West. For the player to the right of the singly guarded squeeze, or to the left of the singly guarded threat, or the left of the squeeze card. Huh. So if you could take a compound squeeze, but you lack an entry in one doubly guarded threat suit, and you have a finessing position in the other one, I think those are the necessary conditions for a double guard squeeze, if I'm understanding correctly. Because then on the squeeze card, well, on the second to last idle, or not idle, the free suit here, clubs. Let's back up to as I'm leading the last club. Can we get that position? Yes. Here we are leading. No, I want to back up further to when there are two clubs in the set. I mean, tell you what, why don't I just play this hand again and see if I understand what's happening a little better. Because I think there's something happening on the second to last club as well. In the same way that there is in a compound squeeze. So West's now down to 2 diamonds. We cash this. This is the position I want to think about. What is West's holding at this time? Right now, he's just barely keeping things together, right? He has 2 diamonds, which is what he needs, and a spade, so his partner isn't the only one guarding spades, and King X or Queen X of hearts, right? So he has everything under control. But when you lead a club, he has to do one of 3 things. Give up his diamond stop, immediately fatal, or pitch a heart down to the singleton king, making his partner the only person guarding hearts, or pitch a spade, making his partner the only person guarding spades. That's very reminiscent of a compound squeeze, where on the second to last free winner, the person guarding the singly guarded suit is forced to concede the spare winner in, or not spare, to concede his stopper in one of the 2 doubly guarded suits. So here, indeed, he is giving up his heart. So East is now the only one guarding hearts. But if he had pitched a spade instead, then East would be the only one guarding spades. Okay, so now hearts are doubly guarded and East is the only one guarding spades. So we just play this, squeezing West, and then a diamond squeezing East. But if West pitches his second heart here, he's sort of creating a double squeeze where, like, spades are the doubly guarded threat, right? He's saying, okay, East, your job to take care of hearts. I'll take care of diamonds and we'll both guard spades. And normally in a double squeeze, that doesn't work that would work for the defenders, because I don't actually have an entry in the doubly guarded suit, which is necessary for a double squeeze. The reason it doesn't work for the defense here is that if West completely abandons hearts, not only abandons his heart guard, as he's already done here, but abandons even one more heart, then I can actually finesse against East. Huh. I'm going to have to ruminate on this some more, and I don't think bridge squeezes complete covers guard squeezes, does it? I mean, it would definitely be in the index here. Double guard squeeze. Page 218. Let's see what Clyde has to say about double guard squeezes. It's in the chapter called The Compound Squeeze. So yes, I'm right to recognize the similarity there. The double guard squeeze, blah, 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 blah. You see a type R restricted compound squeeze. I don't remember what all the types are of compound squeezes. But it doesn't work because the diamond threat is not accompanied by an entry. However, if West only has one of the heart guards, then you can finesse him if East pitches all the hearts. Yeah, so okay. So here's, I guess, actually something important, about double squeezes, or the double guard squeeze, that I don't think Fred mentions here. Or that neither did I mention when I was describing how a double squeeze is like a guard squeeze a double guard squeeze is like a compound squeeze where you make up for the entry deficiency in spades with a finessing position in hearts. It needs a little bit more than that. Just taking a compound squeeze and replacing an entry with a finessing position doesn't work. You also need an entry in the R winner. Because often in a compound squeeze, you could afford to have cashed this diamond early. Right? If this diamond winner were instead a spade winner, but West was still required to hold on to diamonds, and this diamond were instead a spade, then we could we would be playing a compound squeeze. But even though there's no winner in the R suit, you need winners in the two doubly guarded suits need to have entries. The singly guarded suit doesn't necessarily. However, Clyde Love points out in the book Bridge Squeezes Complete, which I still recommend, for the double guard squeeze to work as a way to compensate for the missing spade entry, you need not only a finessing position in hearts, but also to have a winner in diamonds, the R suit, because that creates room in the south hand for an idle diamond, basically. Or an idle card. Yeah, I guess. What is... Okay, let's read this sentence again. The R threat must be accompanied by an R winner. Here R is diamonds. Because this is the only way to make room for an idle card north, which he talks about squeezes from the perspective of the hand with the singly guarded suit. So when he says north, he's referring to this hand. To create room for an idle card north, for discard on the last free winner? But the last free winner is clubs. It's in the north hand. Am I confused about which hand is supposed to be north and which is south? Looking at compound squeezes, how does he classify, who does he call south and who north? Gosh, it's such a long chapter. Where's the beginning? Not there. Okay, the compound squeeze. Here's an example. The compound squeeze. You have only one loser, threats in 3 suits. One is stopped by one defender with the threat lying over the stopper. The other 2 are stopped by both defenders. Under these conditions, the holder of 3 stoppers... Yeah. We know fundamental requirements. The squeeze card. They have to both have... Okay. Classification. Okay, for now on, let the singly stopped threat be called the basic threat. Okay. Quite evidently, the 2 doubly defended threats will either be opposite... Will either both be opposite the basic threat or one in each hand. Yeah, there's this type L and type R. I don't really remember these details. I think actually I'm sort of confused about how he categorized... Oh no. South will denote the hand containing only one threat. I see. So here, that actually is south, not north. That's why I was misreading. The spare winner... Or not the winner, not spare. South has only one threat. That's this hand for sure. So why is it that a winner here gives North an idle card to discard on the last club, the last free winner? It doesn't really, right? I don't quite understand. Okay. But anyway, I mean, I figured out how to play the hand. I guess I'm going to need to go back and consult my book to understand the double guard squeeze more. But I played one correctly without having to go back, except to make sure I was counting carefully. So I'm happy with that. We already read Fred's description, right? I think so. Yeah, probe the diamonds. Yeah, there's this double guard squeeze. Diamond's fatal. Heart screws east because we can finesse him. Spade screws east because now he's the only one guarding spades. One loser. Yeah, 3 suits. Strip squeeze. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to probably go read up on guard squeezes and maybe refresh the details of compound squeezes as well. I don't know. We'll see. But obviously that'll be off camera. We did it. We made it through the A's. I don't know. I guess I'll probably keep going. I don't know if I'm going to make it through A, B, C, and D in world class. Like, this is hard stuff. And it's kind of tiring. Anyway, we'll see. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.